I know, and LaTreece will remember this very well. I was very angry that she decided to join. You know, and I did. I tried to talk her out of it.
Yeah.
I was very angry.
Yeah.
Did you get that? I was very angry. So did you go through a period? I mean, I'm just a godmother, so I know I was angry. So as a wife, did you go through any period where you were resentful or angry or, you know, like, why are you doing this?
You know, I did, but it wasn't towards him. It wasn't towards him. It was more or less when he had to do that third tour over in Iraq is when I was hot as fish grease. And I was just like, why him? Yeah, that's for free, y'all. Hot as fish grease. Y'all
can you bring some next
Yes,
time?
I will. I tell you, have a good old time. But that I think that was that point, because what it was is he had just came back, and some things happened and it shifted around and his name was up again. And I thought to myself, y'all don't have nobody else named Pedro Sanchez y'all can send but mine.
So it's just like a lottery.
You know what I mean? No, you know, it's not. It's I don't know about for other military branches, but for my husband, it depends on how well you did your job. It depends on the MOS that they were in, so the job that they were in. MOS meaning
military occupational specialty.
Thank you. Which my husband has.
Glenda over here is the encyclopedia.
Yeah,
over there.
yeah, you know. That's why I said
I'm a thesaurus.
Yeah. Which you know, my husband had a lot under his belt. He did a lot. He got a lot of trainings. He got a lot of certificates. So when you have that kind of person that's in the military, that goes to school, gets a lot of training, guess what?
You're
they
in
need
demand.
that person. You are in demand.
In a strange sense, sometimes you were punished for being good.
My husband.
And we used to say
Sad
that,
but true.
you know.
Stop it, LaTreece.
Yeah, sad but true.
I mean, being good. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Just
Yeah,
stop
that's
it.
true.
You're
I told my
retired,
husband.
right?
Yeah.
I'm retired.
Good.
Yeah, and so let me ask you, LaTreece, for you, and so we're talking about, you know, the anger. Tracy, you know, needs to go to therapy. Now, I'm still wondering how Tracy's helping you and helping Brenda, and she had anger at you, so I mean, she didn't graduate, so she's helping you out there, but you well, again, we're talking about a person who, you know, at a lot of times was on your own. You know, what was there anger about you just being by yourself in some cases, where she showed her anger about you leaving? Did you feel angry that you were by yourself in some cases?
When I got to Massachusetts, my active duty station, I felt angry in regards to, did I just make a bad decision by taking this assignment? Because I took it.
Yeah, we're going to work on Tracy. You know.
She's really helping you.
You took it, yeah. You should be angry at yourself. Look in the mirror. You know.
Darn you.
Yeah, but go ahead.
So, you know, I did, because my children were away from our family. We're a very family-oriented, you know, group.
Right.
Look at us now. 4 of us here, you
Yeah.
know. And, wait, I can't count. Okay, yeah, it's 4 of us here. But
So the military does go through mathematics, though, don't it?
No.
It don't. Wow. Okay.
You just need to know, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Are you serious?
No,
She's serious?
She's joking. But go ahead. Brother, like, you serious?
I'm looking at Glenda. Glenda?
Well, Cathoris, talk to us.
Everyone has their own story.
Go ahead.
I've learned that in my own words. You got that right? That's my book.
So I did. I felt angry at myself because I just started to doubt myself, especially when those first couple of weeks I'm there. I'm not knowing anyone. I'm trying to figure out how to do things. I only went to my duty station one time, and my mother was in the car, and then I'm like, oh, my goodness, I have to go back here by myself. I'm going to get lost. So, you know, I did. I started to doubt myself and get angry within myself. But you have to trust in God, and you have to put your faith in him and know that, you know what, he's not going to put more on me than I can bear.
Amen.
I'm not in Afghanistan anymore. So,
Hallelujah.
Yeah, we got to talk about that itself, going to Afghanistan. But I think my baby's got this letter that I forgot to do last time at this time, so she's going to make sure it gets done this time.
Yes,
so, baby,
I
what's
am.
the letter that you're going to be bringing up?
On the Let's Stay Together, she'll always get letters now, which has been awesome the past few weeks.
Yes, it has.
This letter says, Dear LST.
Okay, can I stop you for a second? the Let's Stay Together always get relationship letters. And people write in letters to us about situations that they're going through. And Brenda is about to read one of those letters that we want you all to help us with answering this letter.
Yes.
Including mean, angry Tracy. Go ahead.
MAT, mean, angry Tracy. Okay, it says, Dear LST, I have been deployed for the past year. My husband has been taking care of our 3 children since I have been gone. Returning from deployment to home life has been a double-edged sword. On one end, I'm excited about reconnecting with my husband, children, family, and friends. On the other end, trying to reconnect with my husband and children ages of 8, 5, and 3 has been very stressful and disappointing. I have been home for a month now, and I feel like a stranger looking in on my family. I worry that my husband has changed and won't find me attractive anymore, and if he has met someone else while I was gone. Remember, I have 3 kids. Although I am happy to see my little ones, I don't quite get the feeling that they're happy to see me. They are so close to my husband, and when I try to get involved in their lives or discipline them, they totally ignore me. I'm trying my best to gradually weave myself back into my family life. However, I feel so out of sync with them. Please tell me, how can I feel like I'm a part of my family again? Sincerely, Mrs. Transitioning.
And so we're going to go around the room here and go this way. So, Glenda, I'm going to ask you to speak on it first, and then we're going to go around the room.
You know, it's a struggle just reconnecting with anyone that you have a relationship with after a period of time of separation. And the military, you know, it will draw up a lot of doubts about yourself and if the relationship is still on fire, or, you know.
Or you got burnt.
Or if he's been with someone else or whatever. So each relationship has its own struggles, and really it does, you know, just like you said, your self-esteem plays a big part in the entire ball of structure here. You know, the military want confident people. They want people that they can send out and get the mission done. That's why some of the smaller groups that they have out there, they're very independent, and the structure is they coexist with each other, but it takes a person who really isn't, you know, running away from anything. Mm-hmm. So the nucleus of the family is held very strongly by the woman. The woman is in charge, and she has to maintain her sense of self and know that she is, you know, and her nucleus, her family, her lifestyle, you know, is still intact. You know, people go away and they don't always come back the same. A lot of soldiers don't come back the same. They've seen a lot, and just like you know that movie on Sniper, that's real. You know, they still seeing the television's off, but they're still seeing gunfire. You know, so it's very real in how the brain works, and so the insecurity and the lack of confidence versus what he may be going through, it can blow up. So you really have to pray. You really have to communicate, and know that it's a force that you have to actually take by the horns.
I agree. I want to elaborate on that. I agree with that totally. Just remembering some of the pieces of that letter when she said, you know, has my husband changed? Absolutely, he has, and so has she. She is not the same person, nor is the family. Only because they have had to do this without her, unfortunately. I know it's hard to hear as a mother and as a wife, but they've had to do it without her being present. The thing I would tell her is just give us some time, because now you have to blend it back in. She has not been there. She has been a soldier, Marine, or whatever the branch of service she is in. She's not the same, and nor is the kids, and nor is the husband. And the kids right now, is not that they don't want to be around her. It's getting used to her being mommy again. because she has not been mom, and she's been gone a year. You know how many changes and transformations and transition these kids have went through for a year, and the husband too. So I would tell her, just have some patience, pray, ask God to blend that family back together, because that's when you know when you're rooted in something, when it's rooted in you. It takes a little bit of time, but if you are steadfast and rooted, it's gonna come together. It will definitely come together.
Well, I can speak from the perspective of the soldier and the mother that has went away and is coming back. I feel her pain. I feel her distance from her children. Can't feel her distance from her spouse because I don't have one, happily single. But I can feel her, her stress, her strain. Because when I came back from Afghanistan, I was gone for 9-10 months. And if you also include the pre-training beforehand, basically that's about 13-14 months that you're gone and you're away. And although I saw my children every weekend on Skype, it's through a computer screen. So it takes time to come back and to reacquaint yourself with everyone. When I came back, I couldn't stand being in the house. I couldn't, because I'm coming back into the civilian world from a military setting where everything is structured. You know your settings, you know what you have to do, you know your schedule. Everything is just bing, bang, boom, and then your day is done. You get up, you keep doing the same thing over and over again every day. And now you're coming home and it's like, what do I do? Why are those civilians acting like that?
Oh, well, Tracy.
Why are you not on time? Why won't they be quiet? I just told you to do something. Why aren't they doing it? It's a totally different atmosphere. And there was, like with the children, I'm telling my children something to do, and you haven't been here. Where'd you come from? Grandma didn't say that. It's a totally different thing. So she does. She has to take time. She has to take patience and just wait for everything to fall back in line. It's not going to happen overnight. It didn't happen overnight with me. It's not going to happen overnight with the children. And she's going to have to also take time for herself, take time to get herself together. I literally would leave the house, leave my children. I've been away from my children. I would leave the house, leave my children, and I would just go sit in my car. I would just go drive, because I needed time to myself to say, you know what? You're not in this setting. You have to regroup. You have to bring yourself out of your mindset that you're in, and you have to come back down and realize that they're not military. This isn't the military. You're back at home. So she's going to have to take time, and that's all that's going to happen.
Oh, that just it made me really want to cry.
Yeah, I know.
So
Man, you've seen a whole new light on this.
So the key to my answer is counseling, talk it out, get some help, and like LaTreece said, take some time for yourself. But yeah, that I really think that she needs to get some counseling and let everybody knows how she feels, and then try to work it out together. But as everybody is saying, time is the key, and patience with the children and patience with her husband, and let him know how much she still loves them and wants to be mom and wife.
I know, that's why.
Hey, all right, that's awesome, and we're going to go to a commercial break, and then I'm going to give the minister's version of this, and Brenda doesn't want to respond. She's crying and all into it and stuff like that. So, we're going to let her, because she's going to be going to tour de duty soon anyway. So we don't want her to get too little bit upset about it. Hey, we're going to go to commercial break. You've been listening to Let's Stay Together show. We'll be right back after these breaks.
I know.
Good evening. This is Brenda McCain from the Let's Stay Together talk show. Here's this week's announcements. Join us next week, May 5th. Our topic, My Marriage is Bland. Help me to spice it up. Bring back the flavor in my marriage. Ladies, please save the dates between Friday and Sunday, May 22nd through the 24th for Free to Soar 2015 11th Annual Women's Conference at New Faith Baptist Church International. For more information of the location and registration fees, please go to www.newfaith.org. Jason Patrick Fashion Hair Studio. is home to the world of fashion and entertainment, offers you a backstage experience with salon hair services, makeup, photo shoots, clip-in and sew-in extensions.